Hi noobs, I'm here with another replay commentary. 31k rule set, 2 versus 2, and this battle was fought on the latest 2 versus 2 31k tournament, Eclipse, I guess from the second round. I'm playing as Skippy. I have 4 auxiliary archers. I think they have only 3 upgrades or whatever. I have 6 Praetorian Cav with 8 upgrades and 10 Urban Cohort. My ally and my teammate throughout the tournament, Titan Sparky, he has 4 Cretan archers, 6 gold companions, and the rest royal pikemen. I think his pikemen should be having something like 8 upgrades or whatever. Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, our opponents are Killa from RV clan. He has 4 slingers with I don't know, quite some upgrades on those slingers, and he has 6 Sacred Band cavalry and 10 Sacred Bands. And Earth from RV clan with playing with Roman SPQR faction. He has 4 auxiliary archers, 6 Praetorian Cav, and 10 Urban Cohort. So the battle begins and Killer goes for some archers here, but yeah, I moved my cavalry forward, so yeah, he was just trying me, it seems. But as you can see from the positionings of the players, this is not quite desirable, I would say, and I think later in the battle they plan to switch, because Sacred Bands, you don't really want to face Urban Cohorts with the Sacred Bands, and I think they know it, and maybe they want me to go for this bite and then just smash me or whatever. We'll see. And Sparky keeping his army close. I just see these Sacred Bands. I want to get my infantry close and throw some pillar on them. Meanwhile, we're having some archer fight. Well, getting rid of all these archers while the archer fight, some ammo exchange, or just chasing and getting these archers would give Sparky a lot more flexibility. Our plan is to just at least to do some archer war, or just do some these stuffs, get charge the archers when we can. But yeah, but still they don't seem to be planning now to swap their positions, because it's very ideal for in this matchup for Carthage to go for Macedon and to go for infantry war, and they have any kind of advantage like infantry, cavalry, but at the same time we don't want them to benefit from this advantage, but rather turn the things in our well, to get best out of it, like me throwing pillar on Sacred Bands, and yeah, creating some balance, I would say. Well, Sparky sees a lot of concentration focus is happening right here. He's using his companions to uh, to attack archer units of Earth, Well, yeah, he's pretty busy with his cavalry, just chasing down the archers all over the battlefield. He routed one of the archer already, and he does another one here, and also I've seen he routed one slinger as well. Well, I'm not sure if this is a very ideal army build for the Carthage to bring, but even if they bring it, they're rather passive because after making all this Archer war, well, for some reason I think there is no point to just bring them if you lose them in the Archer war or if you lose them there. A good move by Earth here. He sees this part of the battlefield is kinda unprotected by our units, and he sees the archer units of Sparky is kinda spread out there. He moves his infantry and also he pushes with his cavalry, and yeah, he's doing a good job here with the cavalry. He killed 3 archer units and he'll eventually get this archer unit as well. Seeing him focusing on archers, I wanted to go for a quick charge from the side, yeah, but quick turn also by the infantry, so there is no point to continue with this charge because my cavalry would get some nice pillar damage. I don't want that to happen, also considering they have pretty strong cavalry. Also, yeah, I mean, this is not the best option for me to just straightforward charge in the infantry at this stage of the battle, but yeah, I'm not sure what was my plan. Well, whether I was just trying to harass him or just seeing the cavalry move and all this cavalry around chasing the archers, having not much enough of a cavalry to counter-attack on my attacking cavalry. I wanted maybe just charging there, and yeah. Now I was kind of pushing on Carthage here, but I kind of see I'm getting far away from Sparky, and kind of I end up in between Earth and Killer. I stopped, but at the same time, Earth moves his infantry back because he also realizes that even though I'm in between, it's also risky to go for these and to just get something out of it because he had also some gap between his ally while we were quite close compared to that, and he also moved back, and again we are face to face. Now it seems Killer realizes that he can't really just keep standing against these urbans, rather try to move his infantry close to royals. So he wanted to, well, it seems he wants to switch with Earth now. Also in terms of the archers, and now we have, well, things still seem to be pretty equal. Here comes another flanking move by me. Initially I started my infantry in testudos so that when I get close I would quickly go into testudo and do some things like this. As I move my infantry close, it seems Earth had his pillar on these units activated, so we just throw the pillar on this unit. We got some damage, but considering they lost all their pillar, it's still quite a gain, I would say. And yeah, I mean, they're doing something that should have been done. Carthage faces Macedon. Seeing this, we kind of move a little bit back again to maintain a desirable formation team-wise. and these slingers and auxilia of earth pretty much shooting, yeah, shooting Sparky, and he goes into loose formation, puts the pikes down to get this defense bonus against these archers, and I move my archers forward to shoot down these archers. And yeah, for the first time in this battle, we kind of switched our. They switched and facing. Uh, Rome faces my troops while Carthage faces Macedon. But I see my plan is to peel a shot mainly Carthage, and I'm doing this here, I think, yeah. Yeah, these sacred bands get some really badly pillared by urbans. It's always best to avoid. Or just put some pillar shield or whatever so that I cannot automatically freely pillar these units, rather focus on just mechanically doing it, but it would still be require some time, and I wouldn't be that flexible. A good move by Earth here. He has his infantry in front into Studo so that I cannot auto-pillar, but I engage this unit, I activate the auto-pillar in these units and try to pillar shot these guys that were standing behind. Another charge by Sparky on the slingers of Killer, and he routes it, but these slingers might return back also. Yeah, Sparky splits up his cavalry into two parts, positions three of his cavalry on the left flank of our opponents, while he has other three cavalry behind our own troops. And yeah, I'm just doing some pillar work, and Sparky also being very careful with his infantry, keeps his infantry very close. A charge by Killer here, but yeah, I wouldn't say it would be a very nice idea. So he pulls this cavalry back. Well, even if he does rout some of this infantry, still they're fresh, not battle damaged. It would cost some cavalry loss on him, which is very important to keep these cavalry as healthy as we could until the end battle in this battle, I would say. So he knows it, so he doesn't go for this charge. He changes his mind. He pulls his cavalry behind. And yeah, we try to gain this advantage with the infantry fight. I throw my pillar and then engage the infantry, and Sparky is doing a great job by sending his infantry as well to play, gain me some time. And here comes a cavalry charge on one of the isolated cavalry unit that Sparky had, and I think Sparky was a little bit late to spot that, and until he managed to get this cavalry out, that cavalry unit got routed, but they will return back. And one by one these infantry gets routed. I think, yeah, I did some quite pillar damage on the sacred bands, which was my plan, and honestly this is not very desirable to attack with, to you how you should use this infantry, Carthage infantry. they will just lose the battle eventually. Here comes another charge by Earth, and Killer lifts his pike up, but yeah, this pike unit wasn't up, and Earth's general was charging through these pikes. Yeah, I think Killer forgot about this unit. Yeah, both teams tries to make some very short-term cavalry hits on the engaged infantry, and yeah, this is pretty much what is happening right now. But in terms of infantry, we're having some advantage, I would say now, because there are not much sacred bands are left, and I wouldn't say that infantry of Earth was properly used in terms of the pillar shots. Killer goes for the cavalry charge on the 4 cavalry units of Sparky, but a good job by Sparky by sending in his infantry unit and then counter charging on these cavalry units, and Killer pulls his cavalry back. Earth goes for the charge on 2 of my units here, and I accept the fight, and I have these 2 cavalry coming in. I think he'll pull his cavalry behind as well, because he can't really stand in this fight for much longer. A general unit just died. I'm not sure whose general is this, but I think yeah, it was Earth's general, or yeah, it was Earth's general just died, which gives some moral damage on his infantry. Here I think it would be very nice if I've gone into this cav fight and used these 2 cavalries for side hit, but yeah, I was a little bit late to realize it. And very nice charge by Sparky, by the way, with his 2 cavalry here. But 3 players, while 3 players are a little bit active with how they use their cavalry, I don't think Killer is doing much of a job with his cavalry now. And Earth attacks my cavalries individually. 3 cavalries on the left, on the cavalry units that were deployed at the left side. I mean my cavalry units, and others here. So yeah, so he admits defeat, because I guess he was hoping for this cavalry charge, seeing that they don't have much of a left with in terms of their infantry, but seeing that it doesn't work, he admits, and Killer is doing the same. Mm, yeah, it was quite a passive game. Um, we basically just focused on our infantry and tried to win the game. Our infantry just relying on some infantry fights. I mean, winning the game relying on the infantry, which I think we did. At the same time, I guess the other team was hoping to win the game through the cavalry and the archers, and yeah, they just did some archer war, exchanged ammo, and lost their archers. And then I wouldn't call what they did with their cavalry for something as desirable for their team as well. Anyways, I'll end this recording here. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Good games to all the players that's been in this game, and yeah, that's all for tonight. I hope to see you guys again. Goodbye.